Oh, what are you doing?
Right.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the show, The Return. I'm Josh Cribbs.
And I'm Maria Cribbs, and welcome to Tuesday. I wish it was Victory Tuesday.
Yes, this is
But it's not.
the beautiful Burke Lakefront Airport.
That's right here at Big Play Headquarters, baby. We're making big plays.
Yes,
How
indeed.
you feeling? How you feeling, Josh?
I'm not feeling that good,
Okay.
but I have hope
Okay.
for a Browns fan, for the showing that we did. Flacco, Stefanski. I want to get into it. Let's hop into it. Dogs are barking,
Let's
baby.
go, baby.
We are The Return.
Let's go.
Downtown Cleveland.
Think the dogs are barking should just be like, "Arr, arr, arr," and just
That's not a dog.
that's not
That's
a
a
dog.
wolf. We have dogs. Did our dog ever look at the moon and say, "Oh, oh, oh"?
Hey.
No, I got one better.
See, that's that Kent State education right
I got
there.
one
See,
better.
He knows some things.
I graduated from Kent State.
To be determined on me.
And
Maria, come on, you know you can do it remote now, right?
I ain't got
don't wanna
nothing to
come
say
back
about
yet.
that for you. Have you ever,
What?
case in point,
Uh-huh.
when the dogs bark, when they say, "Here we go, brownies, here we go." Now,
Okay.
was your response?
Do it again.
Okay, here we go, brownies, here we go. Exactly.
That's like a
Exactly.
Okay,
Wrong
okay.
animal. Wrong animal.
All right, he got me.
Okay.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling real good
All right.
because I want to feel better, and I feel indifferent. After the game on Sunday, I tweeted, I think Coach Stefanski coached a good game. Can we all agree? I put the tweet up because I thought it was simple because of everything that he dealt with. I felt the game plan was good. So anytime I mention anything about Coach Stefanski,
Right.
I'm talking about him as a play caller because not as a head coach. So we can argue about the semantics of him being a play caller versus a head rotation prepared. I'm ready to defend my point. Give me reasons that are well thought out, not just one bad call or one bad decision. And then there was another response. We kept going, and he did just that. Go ahead, Maria.
Eric says his play calling the last several years has been predictable, from running numerous screens per game to stale routes of slants and hooks. He doesn't seem to think outside the box much. The offense that this team has should be putting up.
I disagree, by the way, but go ahead. Putting up what? Go down.
No, he can. It was a dot.
To be
Eric said I
continued.
got more to say. He said they should be putting up numbers that, as Browns fans, we haven't seen in a long time, but they don't. We have the offensive weapons to move the football in the air and on the ground, but the lack of creativity kills this team. Eric.
I disagree.
I'm gonna take the clap. I'm gonna take the clap.
I
back.
like the fact. No, you don't have to take the clap
back. Okay.
I like the
He
fact.
made some points.
Look, I like the fact that he was ready.
Yeah.
Right? And I was ready too because I felt the play calling, despite the injuries, the screens, those were things that throws defenses off tilt. They throw them off a little bit when you throwing down the field, when you're running, then you have all these screens in the mix going every different direction.
Right.
So I was ready to respond. But somebody else responded.
Somebody jumped in? Somebody tagged himself in?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
And then we have that. Somebody else responded. And his name, Bogger.
Bogger?
He said, to Eric's point, do we?
Like, do we?
The QB is the most important weapon in the passing game. So far, we've had to start a 5th-round pick and 2 QBs in free agent. No one wants it. Is he lying? We got Flacco. Flacco was on the street. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He played good. We're gonna get in that. We're gonna get into that in a minute.
Okay.
He was at home watching on the couch. We started an XFL Hall of Famer, PJ Walker.
Jay Walker, right?
Still not on the NFL roster. No one wanted him, right? And a 5th rounder in DTR. So Maria, read what Eric said in response to what Bogger just said.
Okay. Now Eric says, with how this team is set up on offense, an average QB should be able to come in and make plays that helps this team win. But like I said, the predictability of the offense keeps them from excelling.
Barger
let me just give a little word of wisdom. Eric and Barger, y'all gotta at each other. Y'all really ain't fighting. You just talking to the air.
Nah. They did it correctly. They responded to each other. And what happened is they are replying to each other.
Oh, they are? Oh.
So, and it's on my timeline.
What did Barger say? Or Barger say?
Barger says, depends on how loose your definition of average is.
Ooh.
Flacco and Walker aren't considered average level QBs by most standards. DTR is showing promise, but he isn't there yet. And we got to put it in perspective because, again, Flacco was at home. He was on the couch. Nobody had him on their team.
Flacco probably like, why y'all keep saying I was at home on the couch? I was in the gym just keeping my arm ready.
Listen, when we say a quarterback was at home on the couch, we literally don't mean at home like on the couch. And he, at some point,
my phone ringing, the Browns calling me. I'm watching the game. Yeah.
At some point, he was at home on the couch. Watching the game, at some point, drinking a beer, having fun, watching football games.
Right.
And at some point, he was, instead of playing them.
Yeah.
So we're saying he wasn't good enough to be on a roster, and even not as a backup.
Right.
So as good as he played, and again, we'll get into that, he wasn't on a roster.
He picked up somebody that wasn't even a backup.
Exactly.
But hold on, he had a pretty good career.
He did. He's a Super Bowl quarterback.
Yeah, so right.
He's 39 now. Yeah. He's a Super Bowl quarterback and a year younger than me.
Right.
All right.
He came in here doing his thing though.
He did.
Don't be trying to throw your age on there.
I'm just
like,
saying.
You trying to.
I'm just saying I had QB skills.
Nobody asked you how old you is, Josh.
I'm just saying.
Josh, y'all could have called me. Now my knees might be aching a little bit. My back might be a little torn.
And my cartilage isn't there.
But my arm, but the shoulder still works.
I gave everything to the Browns. They can pick up some of the ligaments off the field, put them back in my body, and I go out there and play.
Do what they gotta do.
But look, I want to continue. I want to get into a different argument. So there was other debates as it related to Kevin Stefanski
but I'm
coaching.
feeling like you should tease it and do different arguments after we take a commercial break.
You want to do it already?
All right,
let's do it.
Go to commercial. We'll be right back. You trying to just get right through it. Like, hold on. No, we got a commercial, Josh.
Because we have a different argument on one against Coach Stefanski.
All right.
And Scott Allen Hill, according to him, read it, Maria.
Scott said, nope, he's horrible. Now, who's he talking about?
He called Coach Stefanski. Because listen,
you said a different argument.
It's a different argument on why he thinks Coach Stefanski is horrible.
Oh, okay.
So it's the same
different
tweet.
Approach.
It's based off of Coach Stefanski calling a good game.
And look at you chiming in. Can you back it up in a debate?
Can you back it up in a debate? I'll be ready.
Oh, you said it in that tone? Because you know how when you read people's messages, you feel like they always get smart. Can you back it up in a debate?
That's why you can't really.
You're so nice.
Yeah, but that's why you don't post a.
Can you back it up in a debate?
No, that's why you can't argue off a text message.
That's true.
Because you don't know the tone.
It's left up to whoever's reading his interpretation. That's true.
I know her. I know how she is sound.
Okay, well, say it how you said it.
Can you back it up in a debate? That's how I'm saying it. Like, oh, yeah? Okay, so Maria. Read what Scott said after I asked him to back it up.
Scott says he has had a losing record in the last 2 years. Will probably end up with one again this year. Missed the playoffs the last 3 years. Him and AB took over Dorsey's team in 2020. The only year they won. Thanks, Dorsey. Miss him. Oh, he missing Ken Dorsey.
Now, this was something because I was ready to debate him based off of this.
Okay.
I was ready. Like I was ready when Eric said something. I'm ready. I'm like,
you stay ready.
Yeah?
Josh stay ready so he ain't got to get ready.
So other FFAs.
FFAs?
FFAs.
What is it? Hold on.
I'm coining a term.
FFAs?
FFAs.
What does FFA mean?
Football fan analysts. That's what we're calling them.
That because the fans have their perspective
exactly.
Too.
I'm an analyst.
They be right sometimes.
I just played the game.
FAA.
But it's FFA.
Like a foundation. You
Football fan analysts stepped in to take over my debate.
Okay.
Against them. I'm coining that, by the way.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Josh Cribbs is coining the term FFA.
Yeah, FFA.
For the football fans.
Caden, the FFA,
they
stood in.
They
the football fan analyst.
Okay.
That's not a valid argument. Laugh out loud. He also has more wins than losses. Coach of the year, coached us to the playoffs, has us at 7-5 with his 4th QB this year. You praise John Dorsey, but really, what did he do?
He talking about John Dorsey?
Shots
and
fired.
I said Ken Dorsey earlier.
No, you did say Ken.
Okay, Dorsey.
John Dorsey.
Okay, got you.
The GM from last time. Go ahead.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, so am I reading Scott?
Yep.
But he built the team that KS won Coach of the Year with.
That's he's saying
Kevin
Stefanski.
Right.
Saying that Dorsey built the team.
He built the team that Kevin Stefanski. Okay.
Another FFA stepped in, Paul Spencer, and said, in case you've forgotten, Dorsey's the one who gave us Coach Freddie Kitchens. Hey, how come he didn't win Coach of the Year?
I'm glad you said Coach of the Year because I'm like, who's Cody? I'm like, who's Cody?
Who's Cody?
C-O-T-Y.
C-O-T-Y.
Okay, Coach of the Year. If you see that online, you know what it means now.
Yes.
Okay.
So we had FFAs all in the comments. You know, some agreed with Coach Stefanski being a good coach. A lot, some didn't. But there are a lot saying that this game in particular, Coach Stefanski bringing in Flacco off the bench, off the couch.
Right.
He coached a good game. I want to put some of them comments up because I love when people comment on my posts on social media,
right?
And I want them to see themselves. So these are people who agree that Stephen Stefanski, he coached a good game. He said, "Good coach, balance, and our fans can enjoy what they have." What team loses so many key people and key pieces and still in the playoff hunt?
Right.
That doesn't happen by accident. That was key right there. We lost all of these, these players. Nick Chubb, our starting QB, Watson. I mean, injuries on top of injuries. We lost our Denzel Ward. We lost our lineman.
Myles Garrett hurt.
Myles Garrett out there,
a little banged up.
He looking like Terminator with one arm gone.
Right.
You remember Terminator? What was that? What movie?
Yeah,
one of the Terminator movies.
It wasn't Judgment Day.
Yeah, it wasn't Judgment. But anyway,
right.
He out there trying to battle with one arm, and we're still in playoff contention.
Right.
And that should tell you things. And my phone is doing it again, Maria.
I was doing something crazy.
Nah, it's it was writing everything.
We got this document that we share with all the, the rundown of the show. And then once you press the wrong button, it'll just start recording everything you saying. So Josh they got your everything you was talking about on there.
But the fact remains.
Right.
The way Coach Stefanski has been coaching these players throughout injury, bar none, is top of the league. It's no award. It's no moral victories in this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on because, we can read a lot of the comments, that were for Coach Stefanski, but I don't want to take much time. Okay, we get it. Throughout these injuries, we're still in playoff contentions. That doesn't happen by mistake.
Right.
We lost 2 games out west. They stayed out there. Maria didn't feel like they should have. I don't want to go back into it, though. But you felt like they shouldn't have stayed out there.
I have things I want to say on this show, too,
you
Josh.
Hear me?
Dagnabbit. What did you say, Josh?
You felt like they shouldn't have stayed out in L.A.
I want to elaborate on that.
Right, go ahead.
Because I think, I knew something was up. I'm like, wait a minute. I asked
But I don't want you to make it seem like that's the reason.
If I can't come home after a hard day of work, now, Josh, they don't know this. The players, they start off their day at like sometimes 5:30, 6 in the morning. They're there until about 6 or 7 at night, right? So you got me out west after my last game. I might be injured. I might be hurt. I can't come home and just be with my woman or whoever my significant other is. I can't see my kids. I can't get a nice home-cooked meal.
So you wanted them to have
I'm in an uncomfortable hotel bed.
home-cooked
Yeah, I just feel like
meal.
I feel like they should have brought themselves home.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
I get it. I get it, but I don't want to take nothing away from all the hard work that they did when they put out.
I'm not saying
when they were
that
out
they didn't
there.
do any hard work. What I'm saying is staying out there that long since the last game when they played the Chargers, you're not in your environment.
I get it.
It's as much as it seems like, they get a free vacation. They get to stay out west and have a good time, get acclimated to the hour, the time zone and all that. No, I'm still not at home. I'm not getting the loving I used to get at home when I get off work sometimes. You know that loving I would give you, baby.
Hey, this is
why you laugh like
this
that?
TV, man.
Why
we
you
don't
laugh?
want to
But
talk
we all
about the
grown.
loving.
We all grown. Everybody watching us in the bars and in the comfort of their home. Men, they want to come home and have that good home cooked meal. They want to be in their comfortable bed. They want to see their kids smiling faces. That took them off of their regular routine. I don't care. And the West Coast ain't got nothing on the Midwest, baby. So they should have come on home and then went on back there and played.
I got you. Okay.
Don't be giving me a look.
I understand that. I'm saying that because you doing. I'm like, okay, I get it.
I got things I want to say on this show too, Josh.
But you had brought up something to me directly
up?
You said TMZ had told me that I had got pinged for saying the Cleveland Browns defense.
Oh yeah, the
was,
TMZ
was no longer elite.
Yeah,
you got a Google alert.
Can you explain? Because at the beginning of the season, you were saying how we the Lake effect, we dominating on the defense, and our defense is top whatever in the last
top
10.
Ranked, right.
Yeah, top ranked. And you also say this is the best defense the Browns has had in history.
Yeah, and I still believe
Okay.
that this is one of the top ranked defenses, not just athletically but coaching. I think Schwartz has done an amazing job. Came in right at the nick of time and kind of saved his defense, because a lot of the times, we have some of the main characters, and the difference is the coaching. And AB provided some depth, but I made this statement. I said our defense does not play well on the road. With injuries and their road stats, it is with a heavy heart that I must declare that our Browns defense is no longer elite. And I said that with all that in mind, because we have elite players, but these guys are injured, they're banged up, and they thrive off of each other.
Yeah.
They thrive. The trio, Martin Emerson, Greg Newsome, and Denzel Ward, they thrive on each other. So when one is down, it throws them in a whack, and it throws them out of sync.
Right.
They played out of sync without the trio. Without Miles being healthy, they didn't play. They didn't have that pressure.
I feel
the
like I
force.
had to take my hat off for that announcement. Like it's rest in peace to our
McLeod,
defense.
the
Is
safeties.
it rest in peace to our defense?
It's not rest in peace to our
let me put my hat
defense.
back on 'cause my hair-
Because some of them,
bad hair day.
Ward may play this week. He may come back off an injury.
As a player,
Miles is getting better.
as a player though, because and this is a little transparency. I would love, although you didn't really miss that many games.
No,
I
not
would
that many.
love. No, I would love. It just made me feel a little bit more comfortable when you wouldn't play if you were injured or something, and they would lose, because I wanted them to understand your value.
Right.
So I didn't realize like Denzel Ward, he that boy, man.
He's that boy. He's that guy.
I mean, it made a significant difference with him not being out there.
It was because he not only adds the cover aspect to it, shutting down receivers.
Yeah.
His makeup time, guys like him can afford to make mistakes here and there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when he recovers, he gets interceptions.
Right.
One of his interception, he bit on something low, which gave the quarterback a false read. The quarterback saw him bite down and threw it over back behind him. But because he's so fast and can cover so well, he drop step and picked the ball up.
Say it, baby. Say, got him.
Got him. and that really, the warden.
Yeah.
Like, no matter, I'm down here. You think I'm down here, but it's temporary.
Yeah.
So when he's out of the game, his presence is felt.
Right.
And it was.
Right.
It just was. When they had Pikachu catching, I'm
like, Pikachu.
Pua.
It's like,
I'm sorry.
Pikachu. Thanos, Pikachu.
I forgot how to say his name.
Okay. How you say his name, right?
Puka
Nakua. There we go,
Puka
baby.
Nakua.
I'm like, Pikachu.
He's a rookie. No shame against him.
Oh, yeah, he knows.
But he's a rookie. I was having fun with him. They was calling him that online.
Oh, okay.
But
it is stuck in your head.
Yes,
Yeah.
Denzel Ward would have shut him down. The trio together would have shut him down.
Okay.
With that, we're going to take another commercial
All right, we'll
break.
be right back, y'all. Ooh, okay, I'm so happy that it's not rest in peace to our defense. I was getting scared.
It's not there, but as it relates to ranking,
okay,
they're not top ranked. They don't play well on the road, and I'm not saying it emotionally. This is just stats.
That's just what it is.
When you say who's the best returner, which one? I'm saying who the best punt returner is Devin Hester. If I say who's the best kick returner is Josh Cribbs.
Right.
I'm just stats.
We gotta just look at the stats.
I'm just
baby.
talking about stats.
Should a good defense be able to play well, whether they're home or away, and whether they're faced with all these injuries or not?
That's what you call an elite defense.
Okay. All right.
That's what I said. It's we have elite players.
Yeah.
Ward.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I can name all of half the daggone defense. I would qualify as an elite player.
Yeah.
But you got to play like it.
Yeah.
On the road,
home
win
or
tested.
away.
Yes.
Right.
And I've interviewed a bunch of those guys. They are elite, but they're not playing like it right now.
Right.
Because the problems that we have on offense, even through the interception at the end, and our defense, Stefanski didn't feel, and a lot of people gave him heat. that when it was 2 minutes and 33 seconds left, we should have punted the ball on 4th and 5.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was waiting on.
But in the course of the game, Stefanski didn't feel like our defense would have stopped them. And they didn't. They didn't stop them.
Right.
And that's just what happened because they got garbage points.
Right.
The score didn't end right there. They got a few more garbage points.
Yeah.
I put another tweet up. And I want to talk about
I'll call you the tweet master in a minute.
it.
Because you be watching the game, I keep seeing those thumbs,
I put another
those Twitter
X
thumbs
up.
go. Right, okay.
I put another X up.
All right, let me see.
Joe Flacco won the starting job. I said, I think Flacco has done enough to continue. I just finished, and I was like, sorry for the late response. This was right after the game. I just finished yelling at the TV and at imaginary people in my house. This is why I can't watch the game with nobody, because I don't like watching the game because I want to be free to yell.
Everybody was like, Josh, come to our watch party. Come, we're watching the game. Come over.
I yell too
Can
much.
you stop by our bar? He like, no, I
I'm
gotta
a
really
coach.
watch the game.
I start coaching people that ain't there. See, you got to step on a dime, and you got to turn and give them the head fake, and the ball got to be right there.
Invite Josh. He's really into it.
Yes.
We should have just, had him zoom in for a second, say hi to everybody.
Exactly.
Right. So you thought Joe Flacco did a great job?
I thought he did a great job.
Okay.
I thought not that he did a great job.
Well, yeah.
He did enough to
all
win.
things considered.
All things considered. He threw the ball down the field. We moved the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We had chunk plays, chunk passing plays. The balls were on time.
Mm-hmm.
He felt comfortable in the pocket. This is what you get out of a super veteran quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He's not your second contract veteran, your guy that's still in their 20s. He's not the Deshaun.
Mm-hmm.
He's the super veteran.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there. I've done that. He's actually won a Super Bowl. He's been there and actually done that.
But you can see some of the frustration on his face. As it looks like he's a veteran, and I'm thinking that he's thinking like, man, I can see why this team is having this issue. Like, it just seems like that's what he wanted to say. Because when you come to the point in your career where you've taken a tour of the NFL, you've been on several teams, you start to see why certain organizations
are better and some are
Thank
worse.
you. And I felt like when he was getting frustrated, not that he was getting frustrated, but I could just tell the look on his face was like, okay, I see what y'all dealing with or why.
And he said that.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
he
he
said
did?
in his press conference, he can see some bad things, but areas of improvement.
Yeah, for sure.
But he sees that this team is going somewhere.
Right.
We just got him, Maria,
How
and
much
we're
of
in
it-
playoff contention still.
I know. And when that game, we
We're
watched
not just getting
that
him
game
just
last
to-
night with the guy with the long bouncy hair. He need a shampoo
Trevor
commercial.
Lawrence.
Okay, he need a shampoo commercial. I'm
He
talking
need
about
a-
head
he
and
need a
I don't know if you
shampoo.
got dandruff or not, but he need like a shampoo commercial, Head and Shoulders, something.
He probably already got it.
how
You
mu-
talking about like Palomalu? Palomalu had Head and Shoulders. Yeah, I get it.
So real quick, how much influence, with that being said, when I'm saying I could see the frustration on Joe Flacco's face during the game, I'm thinking that he's understanding, like, okay, I can see what this team's problem is. How much influence does a QB have on a head coach or offensive coordinator to change some things around?
A lot.
Okay.
So greatly.
And you were a coach too. Do
Yeah.
coaches, are they
Yeah,
okay
greatly.
with criticism or
Greatly.
suggestions?
You can't be a good one without criticism.
Okay.
That's why you have your guys.
Okay.
A good coach doesn't build a team with friends. They build a team with people who are going to tell them the truth
Mm-hmm.
so that they can get the better out of that team, because that ultimately their job is at stake. I want talent. I want all-star guys around me, coaches around me that's going to get these guys to pull the best out of them.
Right.
So in doing so, you have to be honest with them. And you got a guy like Flacco, a super veteran who can come in and sling the ball. Put the comments up that other people agreed how Flacco played.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like he was the end-all, be-all, but it said he played great all day. He'll start the rest of the season. These are FFAs that feel like, you can't tell me I don't have lying eyes. We all saw it.
Right.
He said he'll start the rest of the season as he should. Defense was not 100%. Agreed totally, Stone said.
Mm-hmm.
He looked really good. One mistake in the entire game was the pick, we all know.
Yeah.
Me too. Somebody said bittersweet. We wanted a win and a good showing with the quarterback. We got one of two because we didn't get the win, but we got a good showing
of the quarterback.
Right. And that's what you need. And we got that. We was all wondering how was Flacco going to play. He threw a pair of touchdowns.
Yeah.
First drive, he went down the field and scored. That's the guy.
That right there, I was
That's
like,
the
okay,
guy right
okay,
now.
baby, right, yeah.
Until somebody shows you differently, that's the guy that we need to go with. And I know being a head coach, Coach Stefanski didn't say it right away, but he can't. That's just not what head coaches do. We hate that they don't just be super transparent and be like, oh yeah, he's our starting quarterback. We going with him. They just don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, they just don't do that. And then me and Maria, we watched the game last night. We're seeing who we were going to have to play at home in Cleveland Stadium. An 8-3 team until last night. Yeah. The Jaguars coming in. Mm-hmm. And we see they're 8-3 and they were moving the ball.
They were moving.
They were doing great things.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
QB went down.
Down.
Looked bad.
Freak injury.
And you could tell he knew this is.
It's unknown. It's unlikely he plays. And I was indifferent. I felt indifferent. I had mixed feelings because
the Bengals.
I'm like, nah, I had mixed feelings because I don't wish athletes get hurt.
Oh no, we was upset. We was like, God dang it. Oh, we hate that.
However,
he was okay. That's bad. He's like, but it's kind of okay. This bad, but it's good.
It's kind of good.
Yeah.
But I don't want to win that way.
Yeah.
But I want to win.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Our quarterback is hurt.
Yeah.
Welcome to our party.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have our quarterback. The Bengals don't have their quarterback.
Yeah.
So we had to rock out with it anyway.
It just sucks that it was from his own guy. Like, if I'm going to get injured, I want
that happens.
I want Ray Lewis coming my way. I want to be rammed into a wall.
You want to get hurt.
I don't want my guy to fall on my ankle. Yeah,
it got to be meaningful.
Yeah.
We got more dogs on the way.
Before we got more dogs on the way, can I just say I did like the Bengals uniform last night, though. I like the stripes.
You like the stripes?
That was cute. I like. Hey, you remind me of Cleveland Heights or something.
Yeah, that's Cleveland Heights. Look just like that. They got the Bengal stripe.
Okay. See?
Yeah, the Bengal stripe.
Just want to say that. Okay, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the show. Now, Josh, you took an excursion over Cleveland the other day.
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. Our son Israel's in flight school.
Uh-huh.
And
but hold on, can we tell him how it happened? Let me judge this up for you. Okay, so look, our son was faced with a horrible injury.
And we just talked about Lawrence's injury. Yeah, right? And it's crazy. Our son is a super athlete.
Super athlete.
You know, good in 4 sports.
We like him best in baseball.
Like him best
in
baseball.
He loves football, of course.
Because I was a baseball player.
Yeah.
And we have our son doing everything.
I love him as catcher, though.
Yeah.
But he loves football. Okay, so he was faced with we kind of kept it under wraps. He was faced with a horrible injury back in May, which he had to sit down for what? He just got cleared to start working out like last week, right?
Wheelchair, crutches.
Yeah. Our family was going through a lot.
In therapy, not sure that sports was an option, so we wanted to broaden
his horizons. So then fast forward, when he was a child, he was always like infatuated with airplanes, and he had the little apps on his phone where he'd be doing the simulators and things like fighter jets and all that. So then we brought him to the Cleveland Air Show this past, what was that, May?
Yes, the air show in the summer. Yes.
This summer, excuse me. And someone had said, kids, Thaddeus, they were like, kids can join flight school and everything like that.
Absolutely.
I'm like, are you kidding me? So I researched it, and sure enough, we got them enrolled in ground school. But we want to teach them the importance of when it comes to sports, and you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket because anything can happen. Like you see with Trevor last night, you can have a career-ending injury.
It's not, especially in football, Maria. It's not. If you're going to get injured, it's when.
It's a matter of when.
It's
right.
when.
Right.
And although he didn't get injured in, playing, it happens. It's 100 football, as you saw last night with the Jaguars and every other quarterback, Deshaun Watson. Football is a 100% injury.
Yep.
You're that going
in. We don't know how bad you're going to get injured, but
not just that. Football ain't forever.
And football's not forever. And you have to have plans beyond that because I was telling Josh this on the ride over. I was telling Josh this on the ride over here. I feel like, people that know us, they think it's easy to become an NFL player because they know one. If I would have went my whole life without meeting you, I probably would have never met a professional athlete. And so sometimes when you're in the proximity of greatness or people that become a professional, you think it's easy to get to. So we try to explain to our son, you see how that injury happened to you? Anything that can happen to you and it can derail what you have an idea of a goal is, right? And so anyway, long story short, we enrolled him in flight ground school, and he got to take his dad up around Cleveland. Check this out right here. Look at this.
This is him learning from the instructor. And this is right out front, Burke Lake
right here
Airport.
On the lake, over the lake, right.
And I'm back there losing my mind. I'm scared. I feel like I'm on a super roller coaster. And if you look close, you see the stadium right there. You see Cleveland. And I also went live on my Instagram. Mm-hmm. And look, that's Brown Stadium.
That's the stadium right there.
And we're just flying.
Only 14 years old.
Yeah, so I'm back in the back. It's not driving. It's not like driving a car. I wasn't as scared as I am when teaching a kid how to drive. We was in an airplane, and it was as big as my truck. And this is about to land in the airport, and I'm like, oh my gosh! So I'm scared.
Yeah.
And Maria was scared before we even took off.
So on the ride over, on the ride over, it was supposed to be Josh. Like for the last few, we knew we were going to do this on that day. For the last few weeks, we were saying Josh gonna go up with Izzy, right? As we're driving over there, he started getting grumpy. Gemini, they start getting grumpy. They want to make you like change your mind. I mean, I don't see, and you should go up there with him. I'm like, wait a minute, nah, I'm scared. You go up there with him.
I was about to cop a plea.
Yeah.
I was about to cop my plea.
Start an argument with me to get me to
like,
say,
man,
I knew
it. We don't even need to have him go then.
Right.
'Cause I was having second thoughts.
So I want to show y'all a video of I'm out there recording. I'm being supportive mom. I want to show y'all this video of what took place before they even took off. And y'all tell me if I was in the wrong. I was going to stop everything. Look at this right here. Look. Now, look. So I'm over there, I'm filming. I'm like, I got my camera, and I was like,
I was in the car. I was in the plane, in the back seat, like.
I was like, no, don't take my back. No, come. Would you have, if I would have jumped in front of the plane, like, wait a minute, no, what are y'all doing? Why is it not starting up?
I started to take my cross out off of my chain, like. Father God, is this a moment?
Josh,
is this the moment where you take me?
Is this the sign? You know how you ask God for a sign. Is this the sign right here? We should get out of this thing.
Right.
But he ended up saying, what happened? Why did he do that, Josh?
It was priming. It's like, think of it like a lawnmower. When you try to start a lawnmower, they was pushing gas into the engine.
Oh,
and
okay.
It was the propeller planes, and it does that. So it was completely normal.
Because I record and I'm thinking like, okay, I know my husband is a really nice guy. He's probably not going to say anything. Did you see how he's reading his tweets to people? I'm like, okay, I got to be the one to go out there and say, no, you can't take my family.
Oh,
I'm like, Josh, you're going to take
gosh.
one for the team right there.
Yes.
So anybody who has a child that's interested in doing something different, I mean, flight school, they said they get started as young as 7 years old. And think about it. Some of these kids, they own farms. They got to be able to crop dust and things like that. So
Open your horizons. I also want to show a picture that someone drew, a viewer of the show, drew a picture of us.
They did?
Yes, check this out. Look. This is a picture of us.
Oh, yeah, you did show me that. Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, man. You know what? I got to work out. My thighs ain't that as small as they used to be. I love the photo, though.
Oh, my gosh.
I like that.
Yeah, it is.
The return with Josh and Marie. Oh, you were saying they were trying to contact us, but they couldn't. So they're like, hey, y'all know how to get in touch with the crib.
To me on Facebook.
And we done put it on the show. Thank y'all so much. We love gifts like that.
Yeah,
we got some more topics I want to discuss, Josh.
Oh, my God. Let's get into it.
Topics. We go to commercial. We'll be right back. Okay, now welcome back to the show. Now, you know, we've had some fans or some viewers on the show who have traveled to some of the away games and things like that. So I want to ask
Browns
y'all.
Fans travel.
Yeah, we've traveled to the away games, supporting our Brownies. And what would you do if you out, you know, you done took a flight, you done got your tickets, you done got your hotel, you at the game, just minding your own business, and then the opposing team's fans start throwing snowballs at you. Josh, you got the video?
Oh, my gosh. We got the video.
I want to see the video.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at this.
Now, this is Eagles fans throwing it at the San Francisco 49ers fans. I'm glad they checked the guns at the... I would have been upset. Them snowballs look like they hurt. But that's to be expected.
You sitting, this can is not open, by the way. This is just for emphasis on the situation. Could you imagine you sitting there, you drinking your beer, you having a good time?
Man, I can't imagine.
At what point, what would you do?
I'm taking one with me. I'm looking back. I'm looking. I seen him.
They just tagged.
I'm going for one person is going to share my fate.
But I love me a good old-fashioned snowball fight, Josh. Yeah. But do you feel like the fans need to be ejected? Do you feel like, because they from Florida,
those are the home, yeah.
It's supposed to be 49ers fans. They might be from Cali. They not used to the snow. They was just trying to welcome them to Philly.
It's on. I'm taking one person down with me. Go ahead, babe. I'm taking one person.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so hold on. Speaking of that game, though, now that was the game where the player, what was his name? I forget his name. I got his notes right here. Dre Greenlawn, he did a play, and he ended up rushing over to the sidelines, right? He ended up getting pushed into the sidelines. And then the head of the Eagles security ended up, they ended up getting a little, putting words or hands on each other, and both getting ejected. Right. So I want to talk about that. But Josh, also, you see the Lakers game?
Yeah, I saw the Lakers game.
What you think
LeBron,
about?
Coach, I'm a Unduko.
No, I think his name is Ime Udoka.
Yeah.
You know that name sounds familiar, right? You know
That's
why?
Nia Long ex.
The Nia Long's ex.
You know Nia Long?
The one that allegedly...
Nia Long, man, I thought in another lifetime, as Erykah Badu say. Nia Long.
You want to see Nia Long in another lifetime?
Yeah, man.
All I know is when we go to the pearly gates.
Supposed to be us, man.
When you go to the pearly gates, if I go to the pearly gates before you, when you walk up to the pearly gates, you need to be asking, where Maria at? I want you to come find me next lifetime.
They said you don't have to worry about relationships, and I'm gonna be like, they say death do us part. I'm gonna be out there, Nia Long, where are you?
Goodness.
Nia.
Josh, stop it. Stop it. Okay, so look, in the case of is it Ime Udoka, who allegedly told LeBron, they play in the Lakers. He's the head coach of the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, he was all in his face.
Okay, so he's the head coach of the Houston Rockets. He allegedly, if you read,
allegedly.
If you read lips really well,
it wasn't no alleged.
It looks like he said y'all playing like some
bees,
some itches, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the B word. So
he said stop acting like one,
right?
Oh, and LeBron came over and was like, hey, don't use that term lightly. Don't be loose with that term. And then Coach was like, well, what you gonna do about it? You B?
Yeah, B word.
Yeah, what you gonna do, chump?
Hold on, LeBron said that?
Nah, the coach.
Okay, so this is my thing, too.
And the ref right there, like.
What in this going Now, we all love a little, when you playing sports, we love a little smack talking. We love a little smack talking, but I want to say this. Not everyone curses. Like, for example, my mom doesn't curse. I only heard her say, like she dropped some pickles on the floor one time, messed up an Oreo on a rug, and said, like, the D word. And I was shocked. I've never heard her curse in my entire life. Some people don't curse, so they really look at you cursing at them as a form of disrespect.
Right.
Now, we all know when you come to playing sports and things like that, a little smack talking, you go to go on the streets, you hear everybody smack talking.
He should have been coaching and talking to his own team.
You're talking to LeBron, and then, okay, so am I wrong?
Not the opposite team.
Am I wrong to assume that someone that has a position of a head coach should have some type of assertion or some restraint or discipline because you are the leader of a team? You can't just be out there talking trash to the players. Okay.
I get it. Okay. He's trying to rile his guys up, but talk to your guys.
To your guys, not the GOAT. You saying it to LeBron
not the
James.
Opposing team.
Right.
And I know at that moment, I guess he was hoping some of his own guys rushed to his defense. They did not.
Man, LeBron James, man.
They did not. He's like, Coach,
one of the GOATs, man.
Chill out, man.
Right.
That's LeBron James. Chill out.
Right there. Right.
Yeah,
LeBron James.
Chill out.
And even when it comes to the situation with the 49ers, I guess he's head of security. For the Philadelphia
the head of
Eagles.
security got in there, and then the player accidentally.
It's not accidentally. Okay, so when you're playing football,
you ain't no play. Right on the snout. I said he almost told him.
He just
bad dog.
It was kind of like,
you ever hit a dog on the snout? Did you use the bathroom on my floor? Don't do that. Tap him on the snout.
So this is my thing, and Josh, maybe you can attest to this. When you're in the middle of a game, football is such a high aggression, high energy sport.
Right.
Anyone that does not have a jersey on the same as mine, I'm looking at you as a threat, as an enemy. So if I get pushed over into your sideline at the end of a play, I don't expect for you to come up, get in the way. There's no reason for you to be trying to protect another player from your sideline. They're both on the NFL team.
I get it.
They're not trying to fight each other. Sir, what is your purpose of being the head of security, as I'm also saying the head of coach, which Ime Udoka is at the Houston Rockets? I do expect for you to have some certain level of restraint and discipline when it comes to your job title. I do feel like the NFL needs to investigate what that was about, because your security, you work for the Eagles.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
For both of these players right here. You should not be doing that to another player.
I agree. He got in there when he shouldn't have. However, players are held to higher standards as well.
Then security?
No, not that.
It's a football. It's an aggressive sport.
Also, even I'm aggressive, but my aggression is calculated and strategic. Mm-hmm. I'm trained at my aggression to you have to have the opposite jersey to get this wrath, to get this smoke.
He did.
You want this smoke?
He had a little eagle
I'm
symbol.
trained to be strategic. So as players, they have to gather themselves because we're held to a higher standard, not by any law or anything. It's the shield. To wear this brand, you just have to have that restraint and that strategic anger that's placed on the opposing team and not civilians, as we call it.
You're not that much of a civilian if you're walking around with the Eagles.
I get it.
Eagles attire on, and you've been hired and deemed as the head of their security.
I get it.
You should have some restraint as well. And I'm going to always ride for the players. We got a commercial break. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Ride for the players. Maria, I got a story for you. This is going to bring you back to heated because it leads into another area.
What happened?
TJ, former NFL legend, Cincinnati wide receiver.
What's his name?
TJ Houshmandzadeh files a restraining order against a woman for harassing him and his family. She changed her last name to Houshmandzadeh.
He doesn't know her?
Doesn't know this lady. Changed her last name, calling, trying to pick his kids up from school, trying to impersonate his wife.
Huh?
Yes, because her last name, she changed it to Houshmandzadeh. Be trying to show up at restaurants and all. So he filed a restraining order against this woman.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's correct.
And it's so
I will
similar.
Say I met, I think, did I meet him at the Pro Bowl?
Yes,
TJ,
he was at the Pro Bowl.
No offense to his wife and no offense to you, honey, but you know that's a good looking man.
Oh,
now that doesn't
I ain't think
that
we was
doesn't
gonna go
exclude
there
someone from being crazy
with
and
it.
How you gonna change your last name to his last name like you're just spirit, like y'all just married in your head?
Right.
Going to his kid, that's a threat. So I understand.
It is.
You know what? Do you remember when you played for the Browns?
I remember when I played for the Browns.
I'm on the phone just having a good old time. My girlfriends, I think my uncle at the time, my line clicks. Some lady called me talking about I have a baby by Josh Cribbs. Do you remember that?
I remember. I was
and
at work.
I'm like,
I was at work when you called me. Do you remember?
She called. We were on the phone for like 45 minutes.
Do you remember?
What you mean?
I was at work and I had a jock strap on. I had to step outside the locker room almost naked when Maria confronted me.
I said it's over.
Talking about
it's over.
You got a baby by somebody? She on the phone. And what happened? I had to contact security.
He running through the Browns facility trying to find security. My wife trying to leave me. Y'all, come on, fix this.
Preposterous.
I got a baby on the way.
This a lie. Maria thought she had me.
I was like, God,
she had her family on the phone.
I've been searching and lurking.
She had backup.
The lady called me because they say what's done in the dark come to light always, right? So I'm like, got him. Give me my half of everything. I want it all.
And what happened? What happened? Did I have a baby?
Come to find out, no,
I didn't have a baby.
She was saying she was calling me from a mental institution.
Yeah.
And
Maria was getting
finding her ex-husband who was like
she named her baby Joshua.
Named the baby Joshua. Talk to the ex-husband because you know me and my girls we gonna do some investigation. Okay, my girls are like better than the FBI, right?
They called me to be like, we got you.
Hold on, baby, this is my story.
We got you.
We found her husband. He was a partner of some law firm here in Cleveland. We got him on the phone. He was like, I'm gonna just tell you this. She's in a mental institution. She has been saying she knows Josh Cribbs. She's saying he's from Jamaica. They moved to New York together. They got a child together. He said, but let me just tell you, she is in a mental institution.
And did I get a sorry?
I still didn't believe him. Did
I get a sorry, ladies and gentlemen? I love you, Josh. I won't never do that.
You know what?
I will investigate better. Did I get
You know what?
I'm at work panicking, losing my mind. Like,
I almost came up there with my Nerf gun.
I'm like, what's going on?
I'm getting rid of all the brownies today. All the dogs gonna be gone, Josh.
All the dogs go to heaven?
All dogs going to heaven today.
All dogs going to heaven
some
today.
Crazy lady calling Maria talking about she in love with Josh Cribbs. Look, I never apologize to you. I'm sorry, baby.
I appreciate that.
I thought I got you though. Got him.
Got him.
Look, we love y'all so much for watching. We'll see you right back here next time on The Return with Josh and Maria Cribbs. Have a good day, y'all.